Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. Having a good weekend. Right. Let's make sure everything's working okay. It seems to be doing so. Welcome on in, guys. Hope you're all having a good weekend, having a good Saturday. So, I was umming and ahhing whether to do this at the beginning of the week. But the main thing that I was thinking about was, of course, doing it as part of a team, doing it with somebody else. The only availability I think really was my dad, and that was going to be the Sunday, and I'm going to be up during the night. So, with that in mind, because of that reason, I figured in the end, well, if that is the case, then why don't I try and do this solo? Now that you can, I figured it would be a good idea to do so. And, you know, just try and see where my fitness is at, because I know it hasn't been great for a little while. But, for the most part, I feel like it can continue to improve. I'm just going to turn this sound down, because this is very loud. This is. Is this that we want to turn down just a little bit? It seems like it's not turned it down whatsoever. Guess maybe turn that down. I know it'll turn everything down, but at least it won't be too loud. Hey, Leah, how you doing? Scraps, yeah, we love him. So yeah, so we're going to be doing this solo, which I've not done a stint that goes over an hour for probably a couple of years. Probably. Maybe I did one last year, maybe, but yeah, I think I may have done one last year, and that was back before I got this rig. Obviously, because I got this just before the summer, and during that time, obviously, it's been a journey. Obviously, with me getting back into sim racing properly, it has. So, yeah, like obviously, it's helped a lot with the motivation. Oh, was it Paul? Oh, okay, I didn't realise. That is an unusual name, Paul, I'm gonna be honest. Very unusual name. Right, okay. My bot has only just decided to come into the channel for some reason. Normally it joins in lumbar now. I was almost having to set up live on my Discord manually. So yeah. So this week has it's been good with regards to results, but I've not exactly been the most happy, really, with my driving. You wanted to do IMSA Daytona as well. It's phenomenal, it really is. It's one of the best combos imaginable. It is. It's very difficult. It does require a little bit of luck as well. Oh, the Reeves and Mort. I've not watched that, to be honest. So I honestly wouldn't know it, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, so we're going to be doing this in the Ferrari. Here we are. The Ferrari actually isn't very strong in a sprint setting.
123.6.
But in an endurance setting, I think it will be better because it's already able to be decent on fuel saving, and the fact that you're doing longer stints, I think, aids that. So, hello Renee, how you doing? Feelings of Daytona, well known, yeah. Very well known. I really do hope that we do get Daytona in the VRS Sprint Series next season. Admin Paul, best Paul, yeah. What are the chances of you being taken out by a prototype? Well, it depends on how they drive, really, to be honest. It can become quite high if things get a little bit messy and the first time around they come around to lap us. Only Paul worth bothering with. I mean, my old team admin for who I used to drive is also named Paul. So I can't really say absolutely you're correct because, you know, it's a damned if I do, damned if I don't sort of thing, really. So, you know, but like, here's the thing. When I was a teenager, I knew a lot of bends. And nowadays, I seem to know a lot of pulls. And I don't know why. You know, like, I remember going around in my teenage years, going through secondary school, and there was, no kidding, 3 bends in one classroom. Imposter pull. Yeah. Oh, the pull off. Oh no. He's not watching, it's fine. I guess you got a point there. Yeah. He's not watching. Yeah, we can say screw it. And, well, here's the thing. Right. Here's the thing with YouTube streams. You know, I guess it's the same with Twitch streams, but with YouTube streams it's a bit more noticeable. They can watch the stream back at a later date. So if I mug him off rotten, say for example, he won't like it anyway. 15 boys in my primary school class, 3 of them were pulls. Oh my god. That must have been horrendous. That really must have been horrendous. Just gonna bring down my mic just a tad. I hope I do sound fine, by the way. Obviously this is something that I don't really have a chance to like properly investigate during recordings, but typically they're fine. That's what you get for living in Birmingham. Oh, I know a very good friend that lives up in Birmingham, so you know he definitely gets what he's got. Three Renays in my primary school class, but all were written different. You see, that's not as big of a problem because at least you write them all down differently, so you know which one is which, don't you? You know, it's one of those things, really. You know, right? There's only a couple more minutes until the race session opens up, so excuse me. I'm not sure why. I am coughing a little bit more, and it's only been in the last hour. So I'm hoping I'm not coming down with like a cold or anything like that. Okay, so that is fine. Right, everything looks good to go. I've already got the qualifying set on, which is nice. So my opening fuel run, I'm trying out a different setup to what I have been doing completely. So you're gonna see an official IMSA race tomorrow, just as an FYI, which is actually the IMSA race, the second IMSA race that I did yesterday. I actually did one on Thursday, and I did 2 yesterday. The first 2 didn't go well, but I still actually scored. I actually still gained a little bit of iRacing, which to me, if I feel like I'm not doing well, yet still gaining iRacing, that does tell you my iRacing is in a bad spot. I'm only 2.4 now. I managed to actually gain decent iRacing despite having some damage on the rear end of the car, which was actually, to me, is quite hilarious. It is like all 3 races I have been damaged at some point. The first one, I just wasn't on pace at all, really, so gonna run off to get fizzy drinks, send mini cheddars, food supplies. Yeah, no worries there, Paul. Have to see you in a bit, bud. Yeah, I know what it's like. 8k iRacing when I am not reaching 8k, Renee. You can start off with that. I am not that good. I am no alien whatsoever. Like, Leah's gonna get there before I do. I can guarantee you that. The fact that Leah's already got to 3k, like, I almost got to 3k back in 2020. But that was around about when, obviously, the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, we had such an influx of new members. and a lot more drivers now just doing iRacing, and that was it. So we had a lot more attention, and during that time my iRating started going down, because where a lot more drivers were just racing and not really, you know, doing the odd race, there was a lot more participation in general. But iRating started going down, because where they had more time, they could practice more, so therefore they were getting better. But with me and the job that I had at the time, I didn't have that luxury. I was still having to go to work. I was working in retail at the time, so I was considered an essential member of staff. Paying for no THLF. Yeah, they've actually been hopping around. I've been still meaning to do something. There was one of their drivers actually did a jump start, so I'm still yet to protest them, actually, to be honest. One of their drivers was in there was in the I think that was in the second race and the third race that I did, I think. And the second race, there was one that was behind me lined up, and they left extra space, which obviously in that sense then they jump started on the field, and so I still need to lodge a protest. Yeah, I think you're always going to get that, though. There was always going to be, like, maybe one or two teams or one or two drivers you really despise. Like, I'll be honest, like, I think, maybe, is it? No, it wasn't that video. There is a race that I did yesterday. I don't think it's the one that actually gets uploaded. And I was talking about one particular team because one of their drivers was in the race, and I actually disliked the team because one of their key admin members, like, we do not get on. Let's just say, basically, like, I will be fully transparent. The guy that runs the team, basically, even though he was not an admin of the team that we were both a part of, he was, he basically forced the team leader to basically kick me out. Basically, and we are actually the last car in this particular split, so that's pretty interesting.
Pit exit's clear. Okay, Al, we've got 2 laps to get the job done.
But the driver in question that was driving for them that I had a race with, I've always had a good respect for him. I've known him for a little while. I have. And he joined them, I think, during the summer. And I didn't realise that until several weeks ago. And we actually had a bit of a chat yesterday. We did post-race, because he apologised for me for what he said was a dive bomb, which you could say was a dive bomb, but the way that he did it, he caught me napping. I was more concentrating on another driver that I was trying to pass, and he took full advantage of it. He passed me when I was trying to line myself up for the next turn, trying to pass the driver that was ahead of me, and because I was too focused ahead, I got past pretty easily. And I said to him, if I'm going to try and defend that position from the point you tried to overtake me, that as far as I'm concerned, that's me blocking. And we both know that that isn't something that we should be doing, And he said, "Yeah, you are right, But it was a bit of a close call." And I said, "I'm holding you up, in that particular moment." And during that race, I had 3 minutes of optionals, so I was down on speed. Raccoon's Aceikith, yeah. I mean, when they take you out, you know, there's not quite so much you can do, is there, necessarily? I mean, when you get taken out by the same team member, you know, you do question it, don't you? You know, it is quite funny in a way. Unless you're the person that has obviously, you know, you're not, you're the one that's actually getting the bad end of the stick. Targeted attacks. I mean, you just happened to be there, Vinay. Nobody else could have done anything about it. But yeah, you was just there at the wrong place at the wrong time.
P6, you've just done a 145.0.
So I'm not expecting to be exactly the fastest, but if I can actually have decent pace, I'll be happy. Oh, that understeer.
Just done a 144.0.
That's the OP Porsche. I'm calling the Porsche OP, by the way, until they nerf it. Because I learned something this week, that the Porsche has more top-end speed than the Ferrari and more top-end speed than the BMW. To me, that doesn't make sense.
P10.
You know, the fact that the Porsche has more top-end speed than even the BMW is insane. It really, really is. You know, it's something that I don't actually get. It really isn't. Because it's like, all the GT3 cars should have strengths and weaknesses. Like, if they don't have any strengths, they shouldn't have any weaknesses necessarily. If they're very good on top-end speed, then maybe they should be a bit more difficult to handle. But with the Porsche, it doesn't feel like that's necessarily like that. Like, the BMW is good on top-end speed, I will say that. But the BMW does have a lot of understeer, because the engine is on the front of the car. The Ferrari, you could say, is actually decent top-end speed, you know, and does have some understeer, but it's not like as if it's really bad. Start testing out the Pork when the new season comes, and perhaps a new Audi. Yeah, I know some of us have been talking about going over to the new Audi. You know, like me and Ben's been having a chat about it as well. So Ben's definitely going to be trying it out. I'm still going to be buying it, even if I don't necessarily like drive it as much, because if it's one of those type of things where it's like, if you're not driving the Audi then you're trolling, then at least I have it. Yeah, Lambos actually, like I've been seeing a few Lambos I have on this race, and it doesn't seem that bad. So yeah, it has been interesting.
That's the end of the session. P11.
Right, just before I grid out, there is one little thing that I do want to put on. Standings. Multi-class. That's what I want. Right, I can put. Oh, hello. Come on. Right, that is not wanting to move for some reason. Because it's acting very weird in the window. Right. Okay. So that is looking all good. Right. We don't need to change. So we need to change tires on each stop. So I won't change that. Yeah, pull back in the Audi will be nice. So it's a bit of a shame he hasn't been using it this season, but you know, when the Ferrari's actually been pretty strong at the start of the season, you can get why. Especially then when you consider the fact that as well, on top of that, that the Audi in general wasn't that strong at the start of the season. It's been fine on a few races. It has as well, but it's been a little bit difficult. It has for the Audi in general. It's not been quite there, really. So it is what it is. Hello, Gearhead. Right. So 24 GTPs, 25 GT3s. We are starting in P11. So bear in mind this is a
P11.
team event.
The track temp is 24. The air temp is
So
24
some drivers
Celsius.
may have, some teams will, well, majority of teams will probably have two drivers. Obviously, I'm driving this solo, which is now allowed
Follow Rodriguez
in this
the left
particular
column.
series. They did that because they noticed that the driver number was a little bit on the lower side, and a lot of drivers were saying, I would do this if I could do this solo. So they did this as a test run for this season, and basically said, you know what, we'll allow you to do it as a team event. But I haven't necessarily completely agreed with it, because like you're only driving 20 minutes less compared to the iRacing Enduro. So I wonder if now it might actually mean that we may have the iRacing Enduro become solo raceable, which, you know, I'm not sure what everybody thinks about that, but you know, I'm sure that there will be some people that will say yes and some people will say no. I think it is a debatable thing that we can all talk about. So, right, first few laps I will be concentrating on the race. I won't really be paying any attention to chat.
Green, green, green.
On your left. Hold your line.
Looks like P5's gone off in turn 1.
Hold your line. Keep it steady. Clear left.
Nice one, Al. Good start.
Okay, we've made what? A handful of positions already. And that's just because I'm being careful.
There's an incident in. Turn 6. Yellow flag. Watch out.
Another bad rejoin.
Car left. Keep it steady. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Clear right.
There's an incident in. International.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right. You're clear.
God, is they going to be going that slow? Like, I even lifted. And I've overtaken 2 cars. Yeah, he was driving really slow on the entry though.
Incident in. Turn 5.
But with P4, and the car that I would say is inferior on this track,
Already on lipping to turn 1.
it doesn't seem to be that bad. There's a GTP coming back through the field. Feels pretty strange me actually being at the front of the field. This is in fact my first race that I've actually done that where early in the race I've not actually been damaged.
Okay, Al. Hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
And hopefully we can keep it that way for a while at least.
There's an incident in Zone 5.
Of course, thank you ever so much for everybody tuning into the stream, obviously early on in the race.
P4.
If you have enjoyed what you've seen so far, don't forget to give a like on the stream, always does help. The YouTube video is due to be released tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So if you do want to go ahead and watch that and want to be notified, don't forget to subscribe as well and ding the bell. Okay, so Marco I think is now starting to push just a little bit more now. But overall, I feel my pace has actually been pretty decent so far at the start.
The gap to Kelly behind is now 0.9.
So I don't feel like I'm in the position to be able to feel safe at the moment. Because I'm kind of like almost in a no man's land. I haven't really got the draft of this Porsche of Marco now. And I've got Jared in the Merc behind me. And he's just catching up to me now to get the draft.
Let's see how wide you can make this thing. Front has increased, it's now about
Right, so GTPs are starting to come through the GT3 field now. Yeah, to be able to get draft, you can't be any further back than 0.5 seconds. Okay, so the first GTP is coming up now.
Being caught by the faster class. Blue flag.
But he's on his own. The next one's up for a few more seconds. They do seem a little bit on the split up side already, which is actually not bad.
Blue flag. That was at 145.5. Okay, Al. Lap times are pretty consistent.
I'm starting to get some understeer on the front end already.
Right side. Clear to the right.
There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind. Blue flag. The gap to Kelly behind is now 1.4 seconds. Blue flag, track limits, watch those lines. Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching.
Want to be on the right side, so I'm going to go up here now. Allow them to be clear of me.
Right side. Clear. Clear to the right.
There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Right, this is where the fun begins then.
Car right. Clear right.
Alright, Al, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now.
Car right. Clear right.
There's some faster cars approaching. They're fighting for position.
Yeah, you can kind of notice when somebody's going to go for a late dive. At least he's positioned himself to tell me that, though. You know, the last thing that a GT3 driver wants is somebody just suddenly changing the position of their car at the last minute.
There's an incident in. Bus stop.
So by
Right
them
side.
actually choosing their position
Clear right.
very early, it tells me what they want to do. So I'm able to prepare for that. I'm fine with that because at least I know what's going to
Come on,
happen.
just send it.
It's up to me to then react to that accordingly. So if it means I lose maybe a tenth by lifting a little bit earlier, I'm still saving a bit of fuel. Okay, so almost all the GTPs have passed us for the first time.
Faster car behind.
On your right.
Blue flag.
Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
It's not playing a game of chess really in a way. You know, if you can read what's going on quite quickly, or before it even happens, you're ahead of the game. You know, and that's what's happened with this.
Okay, Al.
You know, and this type of thing is not easy to learn.
Are you mad, man?
Like, this sort of racecraft does take a lot of experience and a lot of time to know what is going on.
You've just done a 145.3.
Car right, clear right. Left side, clear
It's like
to the
that.
left.
It's like that. That Mercedes was looking like he was eyeing for a move, and the Porsche was more interested in this Porsche earlier on. So I could kind of read what was going on. I knew the body language. Don't have to be fast, you just have to be smart. And the best of it is they're all using their tyres up. All I'm doing is just being there, waiting for them to make the wrong move.
We've been warned about track limits.
And I'm not even in a strong car for this week. You know, that's the best of it.
P3.
I'm not even in a strong car. And you don't have to be in a strong car to do well. Like, after my third race, I did wonder, do I just move to the Porsche or the BMW? And I thought to myself, you know what, I'm not going to. I've driven the Ferrari a lot this season, so I know its strengths.
Alright, Al, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake. Come on, don't make it easy for him. Make him go the long way around. Quicker than you entering International Horseshoe.
Ooh, there's somebody's blown up or something. Yeah, that's a GTP's engine's gone.
Car behind's a faster class. Stay on him, there'll be a chance. Blue flag.
Right side. Still there.
I was
Clear,
first
clear to the
expecting
right.
him to go sending it down the inside, and he didn't. He had the space to be able to do it, so I wonder why he didn't use it. That weren't even a send. That was him wanting to wait behind me, but I was fully prepared for him for the send.
Ooh,
Oh, you're blind. Come on, eh?
Did he sound like a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger to you? I actually want him to overtake me, so...
Car left. Clear to the left.
P4. Come on, man, defend harder.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and save some fuel on this guy ahead of me now, if I can.
The gap in front is now 0.4.
Jared in that Merc has dropped a couple of places as well recently. It's not easy to be able to keep up with these Porsches though. That's the only thing. Just to tell you, kind of, if I was in a different car, how much faster would I be? But you know, this is just the opening laps of a long race, so you know, one of the strengths of the Ferrari is that it does save fuel pretty well. So maybe we'll see that a bit later on.
Blue flag.
Right side. Car right. Clear right.
Okay, Al. It's a faster class car approaching. There's a big mess in turn 5.
Oh dear. Yeah, there is indeed a big mess.
Blue flag. Keep him in your sights. Forced a mistake.
Because now the next GT3 behind me is now 7 seconds back. And they were only 3 seconds back a few moments ago. But the thing is, the reason why I'm always choosing the Ferrari, even if it's not the strongest car, is that I do like the way that this Ferrari drives.
There's a faster car approaching.
And I always say to anybody, don't just choose whatever is the fastest car. Drive what you enjoy. Drive what suits your driving style. And it's that is actually going to get you faster at the end of the day.
There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position. Okay, Al. Keep on them.
Left side. Clear to the left. Right side. Clear right.
Martini.
Left side.
Blue flag.
Clear left.
Incident in turn 7.
On your right. Clear to the right.
There's a faster class car behind.
Oh dear.
Bus stop. Yellow.
Clear right.
I hope the car's okay, but I think it is.
0.6.
Yeah, car feels fine. But there was a lot going on all at once, and I couldn't necessarily see that GTP to begin with.
Hill is now in the lead.
My eyes are falling off.
On your right, clear right. You're clear.
There's a faster class car approaching.
On your left, clear on the left.
So that time that I gained earlier on, I've now lost back. So it's all falling in favour. But you can just tell that some of these drivers that are leading around me around right now, they're not as experienced, so they're making some bad decisions. Will he reach me at the bus stop? He's sticking behind, so that's good.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Yeah, it's the nature of multi-class racing. You know, multi-class racing is a very difficult skill. You know, you can always tell the skill ceiling you can between the two. I think this Porsche might be damaged, because he's not as fast as he once was.
P3. There's a faster car approaching.
It's a possibility that this Porsche is damaged.
Car left. Clear left.
Actually up in P3 now. We are apparently. Oh, Paul Hill's throughputed. That's why, and he was the race leader. Oh, he's gone in the wall.
Keep the pressure on.
Yeah, and he's got hit the wall. I need to late. You wish you'd done this race now. Well, that's the problem, Ben. We have too many hobbies. You got to decide. How is oh, Arsenal doing shit, are they? Oh dear. Yeah. Like, I've not properly watched football in years now, really, to be honest. Like, I'll watch football every now and then if there are interesting matches on. Oh, it's a 0-0 snooze race, oh dear.
Your lap times are improving. This is good.
Oh, come on.
The gap in front is now 0.8.
I can feel the front's just starting to go a little bit. Which, considering we're a little over halfway through the stint, that's good. So the tyre wear rate is actually not bad. I don't think it'll be too much longer before the GTP's pit for the first time.
That lap was a 1:45.4. Alright Al, there's a faster car approaching.
On your right. Clear right.
Ooh, it slid on the front then. That is something I will have to actively watch out for, is sliding on the front. I might even pull the brake bars back a bit, just to try and help the front tyres a bit more. So it will mean that the braking will stop sooner, but it'll be a bit riskier. But if it means taking a little bit of more load off the front tyres, then I won't complain about that really in the end.
The gap ahead is now 1.7 seconds.
So for the most part, it seems like the GTP field are already spread out, and so are we to a point. Like, to be in a sea of almost all Porsches and wearing a Ferrari and actually in the fight, you're not doing bad.
There's a faster car approaching.
Newcastle pummeled Chelsea, nice.
On your left.
Don't be so half-assed.
Still there. Clear left.
Gonna go for it, just go for it, bud. You know, don't sit at the apex waiting for me to be there as well.
The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 2.4 seconds.
Yep, I know that,
Faster
Jim.
than us into turn 6.
Tell the GTP drivers that and stop being right on the apex. You know, when they could have been past me by that point. And maybe then we can have that discussion.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car bearing down on you. He's the class leader.
Yeah, it's just funny though, you know, like, Chelsea's not one of the premium clubs like they used to be, you know, to what I know, you know. Like, the last time I watched football properly, Newcastle were fighting for relegation and then got demoted to the Championship. Now they're one of the big flight teams, you know, and that just shows how much of a transformation they've had as a club. You know, like, I'm not a big football fan like I used to be. But I'll still talk about it with one of my cousins sometimes, you know. Like, he still watches it. He used to play it. My cousin did.
Blue flag.
Like, some time ago.
Okay, Al. There's a faster class car approaching. The gap behind is now 1.7.
But the fact that Newcastle are doing as well as what they are now,
1:45.6.
you know,
Sectors 1 and 3 are
it's brilliant,
0.5
really,
off
when
the
you think
pace.
about
You
it.
need to find a tent in sector 2. There's an incident in turn 5.
Oh dear. That GTP went off. He might be heavily damaged as well.
There's a faster class car behind. Blue flag.
Yeah. Like, I actually had a look at the Premiership table I did just the other day, and I was like, when the heck did they get as good as they are now? You know, and this was with a fair few teams.
That lap was a 1:45.
This was, you know, like,
That's good consistency.
I know obviously
Keep it up.
Tottenham has lost a few matches since, but I was like, Tottenham's top of the league.
Okay,
Chelsea's
Al,
in the
there's a
bottom
faster
half
class
of the
car
Premiership.
approaching.
You know, now Newcastle are fighting for a Champions League spot. You know, I was like, this is actually reasonably insane. Oh, he's gonna wait. That's nice of him.
Right side. Clear right.
Okay. Not the worst in the world. I guess he wasn't sure that I wasn't gonna just block him. But this is the thing that I think a lot of GTP
Right side,
drivers in lower
clear right.
ranks, you know, needs to try and learn that it's up to the GT3 driver to be predictable. It's not up to the GTP driver to
Gap in front is
necessarily
now
make
3.6
a
seconds.
clean pass. That's half and half on both drivers to make sure that the pass is done cleanly, because a GTP can show what they plan to do quite clearly,
There's a group of faster
but if the
cars behind you.
GT3
They're
driver
racing
is
for
not
position.
concentrating, they're the one that's going to cause the wreck. I know, and it is something to learn. It is, even as a
Guy
GT3
behind's
driver,
catching. The gap's
that
now
if
1.0.
you're the one that's being unpredictable and the GTP driver is overtaking you at a good place, you know, like, we're both racing. There's two races going on at the same time, you know, and neither driver wants to lose time, but at the same time you've got to wait out the difference between, you know,
That's the car
gain
behind.
and loss. What can you gain? A few tenths. What could you lose? Possibly the rest of the race. Because you decided to not realise, oh, there's a GTP just behind me.
There's an incident in turn 5.
On your left, clear left.
Okay, both the two leaders are now starting to slow down a little bit more. But they have both passed that back marker finally.
Blue flag. There's a faster class car approaching.
Yeah.
Incident in International Horseshoe. That lap time was 1:45.0.
Come on, get in the corner. Like, half of the fight is concentration.
Car right, clear to the right.
The gap in front is now 3.8.
So the sun is going down, and the race, I do believe, ends at night. So that will be another thing to contend with, is the changeable conditions. Not obviously weather, because we don't have that yet, but we do have the sun setting, and it will be dark at the end.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 1.0. Alright, Al, there's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
Okay, GTPs are starting to pit.
Car right,
Blue flag.
clear right.
Oh, that's a little bit too wide.
Right side, clear right.
Keep it within the track limits. You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right. Car right, clear. Clear to the right. On your left. Still there. Clear left.
4. Car behind's a faster class. Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind. There's an incident in International Horseshoe.
Might be a bit dicey here. Go through the kink at least. Oh, that was one of the
There's an
leaders.
incident in Turn 5.
That's one of the leaders just pulling over.
Looks like the leader has turned 6.
On your left. Clear left.
Yellow flag.
Oh, was that a back marker? That might have been a back marker.
Blue flag. Faster cars approaching.
What am I fifth
Blue
though?
flag.
I was fifth for a moment, I don't know why.
Your last lap time was at 1:45.6.
Did someone shortcut the infield?
0.8 off the pace. Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Left side. Clear left.
Faster cars approaching. Blue flag. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 0.7. There's an incident in Turn 5. Looks like it's Lind.
Clear right.
Lap time was 1:45.0. Okay, Al. Very little fuel left. Hit this lap. In this lap.
Right, so we will need to save a little bit of fuel just to
Fastest car
guarantee
approaching.
that we're okay for an additional lap.
Incident in turn 5.
On your right. Clear right. You're clear.
E4. We're running on fumes, mate. In this lap. Box this lap.
We're fine, Jim.
There's a faster car approaching. The leader is
And
pitting
Matt
now.
is pitting.
You're leading. You've just done a 1:44.7. That's your best lap in this session. The car behind is pitting.
So everybody is pitting, and I'm able to go a lap longer.
Okay, Al. There's a faster class car approaching. Two litres left.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
The gap behind has now decreased to 20 seconds.
Car right. Clear right.
There's an incident in turn 6. We think it might be Andreasen. 50 metres. We'll need to stop again to get to the end.
Okay, so first stop. See how we doing.
The car behind's pitting.
There was maybe, yeah, it does seem like that maybe a couple more have been able to save enough fuel to be able to do the extra lap, but I'm the first driver to be able to do that extra kind of like lap as such.
Monas is now leading. There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. There's a group of faster cars behind.
Right, let's keep this going then.
Right side. Clear to the right.
P2. The car behind's a faster class.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Almost dropped it. Need to try and settle down with this car a little bit. Allow the tyres to warm up properly. Oh my word, that's a lot of understeer. That was a bit of a wash from the car in front, that was.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. The gap to Lonus ahead is increasing. It's now 9.0 seconds. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. The car behind is catching. The gap's now 1.0. He's quicker than you into turn 1.
Left side. Clear to the left. Car right. Clear right.
Past the car behind. That was a 145.9.
Car right. Clear right.
The second set of tyres is definitely not going to be holding out as well as what the first set did. Already feel it, so much understeer. I think I'm pushing just a little bit too hard on them. Need to remember that I'm on a full tank of fuel at the moment, so...
There's a faster car behind. He's class leader. Okay, Al, don't let this guy distract you. That last lap was a 1:45.8.
Right side. Keep it steady. Hold your line. Clear right.
P3, sector 1 is 0.6, off the pace. No, Al! Come on mate, defend your position. There's a group of faster cars behind.
What the hell?
Right side.
Go on
Hold
then.
your line.
Blue flag.
Clear right.
Giving you all the room in the world, yet he wants more. There was positioned to my left-hand side, and I gave him all that space all the time, and he immediately swings over to the right all of a sudden.
The gap ahead is now 0.8. Okay, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Your lap time was a 1:46.0. faster class car approaching. You're losing time here, man. We need to pass him. Blue flag. Blue flag.
Right side. Clear right.
Alright, Al, there's a faster car approaching. The gap in front is now 0.8.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
There's a faster class car behind. Blue flag. That was 146.1.
Car left. Clear left.
Okay, we're not far from the halfway point of the race.
Okay, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Right side. Clear to the right.
The gap in front is now 1.2.
Is Christian up there got no rear wing? He's coming in the pits now anyway, so that doesn't really matter.
P3, you've just done a 145.5.
catching up to the leader, both me and Christy. Wonder why. Maybe they had an off.
Past the car behind.
Right side. Clear right.
The gap ahead is now 1.0 seconds. There's a group of faster cars behind.
Left side. Clear left.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. That last lap was a 1:45.8. You're a second off in sector 1. Blue flag. The gap in front is now 1.8.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, my right shoulder's starting to ache a little bit. I'm fine otherwise though.
Just done a 1:45.5. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace. Your sector 2 time is quick. You need to find a 10th in sector 3.
We should be able to do a triple stint pretty much on the dot. Yeah, unfortunately, if I want to lower the force feedback, I have to do it via the iRacing settings. Unfortunately, there's no like option for me to be able to do it on the wheel. I have to do it via the iRacing settings itself. It shouldn't be too much of a problem if I just keep it moving every now and then. Oh yeah, you can do it in the black box, can't you? Yeah.
Car approaching.
Forgot about that.
The gap in front is now 1.8 seconds.
Like if I just do this while I'm on the straights, I should be fine, right? Just take this hand off the wheel and I'm putting any strain on the shoulder. I'm allowing it to relax.
Your last lap time was at 1:45.3. Alright Al, that's good consistency, keep it up.
I think there might be a way to do it in the black box. Maybe do it during my next stop or something.
There's a faster car approaching.
Yeah, at least for Daytona you have long periods where you can just relax a little bit going down the long straights.
We're halfway home. Should be about 29 minutes of fuel remaining.
So halfway through now, the sun is still setting, but we're almost into the night. So lights are on.
Okay Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag. The gap ahead is now 2.2 seconds. Blue flag.
Oh, what's that? The Itty Bitty Titty Biscuit Committee. Oh dear.
Blue flag. Your lap time was at 1:45.2. There's a faster class car behind.
On your right. Clear to the right.
So the GTP should be about to have their second stop.
car behind's a faster class. We're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 1.8 seconds. There's an incident in Zone 5. Okay, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. The gap in front is now 3.2.
I think that might be more me. I'm touching the apron because I'm trying to get as low down as possible. And sometimes I'm going a bit too far down that I'm actually hitting the apron.
That lap time was 1:45.5.
So that is more me than anything else.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Far right. Clear. Clear to the right.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's my first one for a while.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. There's a faster class car behind. The gap in front is now 3.7.
Oh, he's actually pissing. Yeah, there are moments where I'm like pulling down the wheel a little bit more, and that is causing, it might make it a little bit twitchy for that reason.
right, Al. There's a faster car approaching.
On your right, clear right.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 3.5. That lap time was 1:44.8. There's a group of faster cars behind. Blue flag.
Right side. Still there. Still there. Clear to the right.
A little bit unfortunate with the timing of that. I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't do it, because he was multiple laps down and he might have thought, my race is already over because I'm multiple laps down to a GT3, so I'm not going to go for the move. But, you know, I've got to respect the fact that he still did go for it.
Far left, clear left, left side. Hold your line. Still there, clear to the left.
Blue flag. There's an incident in International Horseshoe. Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. Your lap time was 1:46.0. You're a second off the pace in sector 1.
Car right, clear right.
Incident in turn 4.
Car right, clear right.
There's an incident in turn 5. Blue flag.
I'm up to P3 again.
The gap in front is now 5.1. The car behind's a faster class.
Ah, that wasn't very good through the bus stop then.
Blue flag.
Alright, if I want to be able to do another lap, I do need to save some fuel. That is going to be my plan now for the rest of this stint. I only need to save about 0.3, I think. Another lap. Which is near enough a litre. Which across 10 laps, that should be doable.
Incident in turn 6. front is now 5.3 seconds.
I was trying to maintain the speed going through the entire bus stop and that didn't work.
Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching. The gap behind is now 5.6.
Car right. Clear right. You're clear.
Ooh, hello.
Car left. Clear left.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't think it was actually going to send it with how some GTP drivers have actually been acting in this race. So I just continued like as if he wasn't there. And then I realised he was actually dive bombing.
Okay, Al,
He was
faster
actually
class
coming
car
into the
approaching.
corner to actually overtake me properly. And it kind of screwed up the entry anyway. So it ended up going a bit wide, which slowed me down a little bit more.
Right side. Clear right.
There's a faster car approaching. The gap behind is now 3.7 seconds. There's a faster car bearing down on you. It's their class leader. Blue flag.
Car left. Clear on the left.
Ah.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
I think I'm just going to continue on as I am. Really, I'm not going to try and field save. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay, Al, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Behind is now 3.0.
Alright, so there's only an hour left. And the sun's almost fully down.
That lap was at 145.0.
So this last hour should be a bit interesting, I reckon.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching.
So obviously the track temperature's come down a bit. Yeah, it's not been an easy race. It's definitely been a fun one for sure.
Car right, clear right.
The fact that we started, I think we started P11, didn't we? And we gained like 5 spots on the first lap. Because of a lap 1, turn 1 crash that we managed to fully utilise to our advantage. So we were very quickly right at the front. And since then, our pace has actually been pretty decent.
Faster car behind.
Gonna go up high for this guy.
The gap ahead is now 7.3 seconds. We think P5 has binned it in International Horseshoe.
Oh, there's been a crash behind us. This involved P5 in our class. Am I going to do Magny Cores? I might do. I might do Magny Cores next week.
There's a group of faster cars behind you. They're racing for position.
I'm still having an argument about it. The fact that there are a number of drivers not doing it is persuading me to just give it a go and have a bit of fun. But I am starting a new job from Monday, so I'm just seeing how I feel with it all, really, to be honest.
The gap behind, isn't it?
Right side. Clear right, car right, clear right.
Alright, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Okay, 3 more laps of fuel left.
Five minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Oh, I woke a bit late there. Yeah, exactly.
Blue flag.
On your left. Clear left.
Just seeing what my tyre wear rates for that first stop were.
Seconds. There's a faster class car behind. Blue flag. The leader, Lotus, is pitting. The car ahead's pitting.
Okay, so they're all pitting again. I honestly thought it was actually
Right
going to
side.
reach
Clear
me
right,
earlier
you're
than
clear.
Blue flag. Okay, Al. Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on.
that. So I
You're in
kept to the inside.
Very little fuel left.
Feels like
Coming to
I'm
the
just
pits
going to
at the end
stay
of this
there
lap. Box this lap.
because that's me being predictable. But he didn't reach me that quick.
There's a faster car approaching. The gap behind is now 17 seconds. Okay, Al, we're running on fumes, mate. Coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Right, so last stop.
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 88 kilometers per hour. 50 meters. We think we'll need to stop again.
The front tyres were actually better this time around. Quite even on tyre wear.
The car behind's pitting now.
Right. Just have a quick little drink. Of course, anybody joining in and have enjoyed the stream so far, don't forget to give a like on the stream. if you haven't done so already. So this is the last 50 minutes that we're about to start now.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you.
Ooh. Down the steer.
Car right,
Blue flag.
clear to the right. On your right, clear right.
I stayed there to make it a bit
Right
easier for the
side, clear to the
GTPs.
right.
It slowed me down a bit, but at least they're not twitching around like crazy.
Alright, Al. There's a faster class car approaching.
Left side. He's still there. Clear to the left.
Blue flag.
Right side. Clear, clear to the right.
P3. The car behind's a faster class. Blue flag.
Far right. Keep it steady. Clear right.
Defend your position. Don't let him through. He's faster than you, entering turn 1.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
P3. Okay, Al. There's a faster car approaching.
On your right. Hold your line.
There's an incident in turns.
Clear to the right. On your right. Clear right.
Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate.
That was a good move from him actually there. Didn't expect him to pull that off as cleanly as he did.
track limits. Looks like P6 has gone off in bus stop.
Oh dear.
Faster cars approaching. P4.
Car right. Clear right. Car left. Clear left.
Okay, Al.
Right side. Clear
I
right.
was thinking about that. Oh dear, he almost took out GTP. I don't think he realised that second one was there.
Faster car approaching. This guy's their class leader.
Left side.
I was expecting
Clear
him to
left.
go right. I was fully expecting him to go right
The gap in
there,
front
to be
is now
honest.
not-
That was
Car
my
right.
bad.
Clear to the right.
I thought I was going to get a better launch at the exit, so if I had realised that, I would have moved over to the right sooner.
Car right. Clear
But
right.
hey ho, we can't be perfect.
Blue flag. There's an incident in turn 6. Keep pushing him, there'll be a chance here. The gap ahead is now 0.9.
I think I'm just turning in a little bit too late. Paul, could you ask everybody if we can race here next week instead of Magny Cours? This is a much better track. I think we'd all agree.
Blue flag.
Apart from you, maybe. Mind you, though, where would you rather race?
Sector 1 is 0.8.
Would you rather race
off the
here or
pace.
Magny Cours?
Car right. Clear right.
Yeah, I slowed down too much. Oh! Say that. Okay, that was weird. I've not done that all week. You'd still rather go to Magny Cours. Okay.
guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 1.8. Past the car behind.
Right side. Clear right, you're clear.
The gap in front has increased to 10 seconds.
Not sure if you noticed, but I got a DM from, I guess, the team that overtook me after I just spun, thanking me for holding the brakes. It does show that, you know, it's something that we should all be doing, but not many of us do actually do. We're always in a hurry to just get on with our race. But sometimes, like, I couldn't see where that Ferrari was.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear, clear to the right.
So, by just staying where I was for the moment, and making sure that it was going around me, whether it is, like, in front of the position of my car. Yeah, exactly. But not everybody is, unfortunately.
Blue flag. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Like, I've lost about 8 seconds from that spin, but I've not occurred any damage whatsoever.
Right side.
Come on, bud. You're now holding me
Hold
up.
line. Clear right.
I'd rather you just launch it.
Faster cars approaching.
Someone's had enough there.
Right side. Clear to the right. Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
Exactly, part of your rules for a reason. It's something that should be, I believe, under the iRacing code of conduct, but it's not. You know, we're all expected to drive safely. Why is that not a part of it? You know, that's something I've never got, really, to be honest. I know it's something that's like, well, sometimes you can still get going, you know, while drivers are actually getting round you. Yes, you can do that, but what is the safest solution? So that way everybody can still race without damage. It's quite clear. It really is.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, exactly. We all should be expected to be predictable. It's not very hard to do that, you know, in the majority sense.
P4.
You know, of course in the moment at times, and it's shown with me even in this race, there is the every now and then occurrence on certain areas of the track where it is a bit more difficult, but there are most cases where you should be able to just
Blue flag.
be predictable.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Oh god. Okay, so turn 6 I am struggling at a little bit. Wondering if maybe I'm just braking a bit too heavily. Yeah, it's not much to ask, you're right. It's not much to ask. But apparently to a lot of drivers it's difficult to do. It's really not.
Okay,
You just need to
faster
think
car
about it.
approaching. It's their class leader.
Right side. Clear to the right.
The majority of these type of rules that we have in RPM, you know, you could even consider that to be just common sense.
Left side. Clear left.
Alright, Al. There's a faster class car approaching.
Alright, that's better.
The gap behind's increased to 2.2.
Yeah, exactly. Most of it is just common sense. Now, of course, in the moment, you know, you are going to make mistakes, you know, but that's where the improvement comes in. You know, there are some penalties that you look at it in the moment, you think, oh, that's quite harsh. It's not really if you actually look at it from an outside perspective, though.
That lap was a 1:45.7. Faster car behind.
Right side, clear right.
Faster car approaching. They're racing us for position. Don't expect any blue flags. Faster car approaching. They're on our lap, so there'll be no blue flag.
Right side, clear to the right.
The gap behind is now 1.6 seconds. Gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines. Okay Al, there's a faster class car approaching.
Car right, still there. Clear right. Right side, clear to the right.
There's an incident in turn 6. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. The gap behind is now 0.7. Lap times are pretty consistent. There's a faster car bearing down on you. He's the class leader.
Sorry about that.
Car left, clear left.
Blue flag. flag. Alright, Al, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. Blue flag.
On your left.
There's
Clear to the left. Right side. Clear right.
blue flag. Incident in turn 1. Car behind's a faster class. Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Oh, come on, guys.
Right side.
There's a group of faster cars behind.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Keep it steady.
Absolutely nothing I can do about this.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. Still there. Clear to the right.
Okay, somehow I'm still ahead.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. That was 146.8.
Left side. Clear left.
God's sake. How can you think I'm just gonna drop out of that? You know I'm there for like 2 seconds. At least. And you're a back marker as well.
Okay, Al. There's a faster car
Facilitate
bearing
the
down on you.
position.
He's the class leader. Blue flag.
Yeah, bit of bad driving from them.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 5.9.
The steering feels fine, so...
The gap behind is now 4.3. Blue flag.
But that's might be poor P4 loss now.
P5.
I don't even know where he expects me to go. I can't drop any further back because I'll get overtaken for position. I have to go for it. And I've given him so much time to know that I'm there. I've actually lost a decent amount of time in the past half hour just because of back markers. I've lost a lot of time because of them.
You've just done a 145.0. Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching.
On your left, clear left.
The gap behind is now 3.5. There's a faster class car behind.
Even Oleg is actually having issues trying to pass them. Which both me and Oleg have been faster than this group.
There's a group of faster cars behind. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear right. You're clear. On your right. Clear right. Right side.
Blue flag.
Clear right.
The gap behind is now 2.8. Faster car behind. This guy's their class leader. That was a 145.3. There's an incident in turn 5.
Just about managed to get the car stopped then.
Blue flag. The gap in front is now 3.3 seconds.
Right, so we're approaching the last 10 minutes.
Okay, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear to the right.
Blue flag. You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. There's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag. The gap in front is now 2.6. Good consistency. Keep them coming. P5.
Yeah, there's Steve. How you doing? We've literally got less than 10 minutes, so and I've been doing this whole race solo, 2 hours 40. So I started P11, gained a bunch of spots on the first lap, but overall the racing's been pretty good so far. It has. The past half hour has been a bit difficult, but we're doing all right.
That lap was a 1:44.5. Blue flag.
Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Right side. Still there.
Ooh, hello.
Clear right.
Alright, Al, there's a faster car approaching.
Oh, Yanni's been bullied. Not Yanni. Oleg.
Car right. Clear to the right.
Right, I can afford to slipstream Alexei going up here and up to turn 1, but after that he needs to be out the way.
The gap ahead is now 1.8.
Left side. Keep it steady. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Clear
Come on,
to the left.
facilitate the position for goodness sake. It's not hard. Like, who's your next on track competitor? He almost spun me round because of him being incompetent or what's going on around him. You know, we're not racing.
Okay, Al, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
Like, I kind of would respect it a little bit if he was at least fighting for a position with somebody else in the pack. But there's nobody in a pack with him.
The gap in front is
So the
now
fact that he tried to
1.6
stay ahead of me
seconds.
into the biggest breaking point on the track is a bit idiotic. Yeah. Oleg's not been as quick recently. I'm not sure why. I'm wondering if he's got a little bit of damage somewhere on his car. Or his tyres are gone.
Pay attention to track limits. These out.
Are you probably noticing with my driving now, I'm not really caring that much for off tracks. At this stage in the race, I've got plenty to play with.
There's a faster car approaching. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Blue flag.
On your left. Clear to the left. On your left. Clear left.
I'm surprised he didn't dive down the inside, if I'm honest.
The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. Okay, Al. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Okay, leader's just behind us on track, so this might be the last lap
Car
for us,
behind's a
actually.
faster class.
Right side. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear to the right.
Yep, this will be the last lap.
Blue flag. There's faster cars approaching. The group includes the class leader. Push. We might get third here.
Car right. Right side. Clear right.
I think P6 has binned it in turn 6.
Oh, this is a battle for the podium, by the way.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. just cut the track. Past the car behind, blue flag.
Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Damn! He got me just about there, but...
Clear left.
P4. Okay, that's the finish. Well done, mate.
Can't complain about that. The last, I'd say, probably, what, half an hour? Maybe a bit longer than that. Just before, you know, the last, I'd say, maybe 15 minutes. That last 15 minutes, this car did feel really strong. Just a bit unfortunate that we had a couple of, where we had a back marker that didn't want to get out of the way. So, didn't want to facilitate the position, but yeah, like a whole 2 hours, 40 minutes driving solo. So, we managed to do very well in that. So, and I am using a Craig setup. All of my officials have been using a VRS setup. It has, so this one has felt pretty strong. It definitely feels better along the straights. I do feel like I have a little bit more straight line speed when I'm behind another car. Like, it can't be just me imagining things. It could be a matter of that it does feel better on corner exits. That is one thing I will say. It does feel better going through corner exits. It does, especially some of the slower corners. The VRS setup, it feels a bit on edge. It does. You just got to slow it down a little bit more. Going through on the entry to corners with this setup. But yeah, like, I do feel quite happy with that overall. You know, so like my right shoulder feels a little bit stiff, but you know, other than that, I feel fine. Really, to be honest, so
Look out for the pit speed limit, 50 meters.
I just wish I had a little bit more. Really, I just wish I had a little bit more. But yeah, can't complain. So first place Ferrari, second place got P7. Yeah, very good indeed, I will say. Now, obviously, the lap 1 fiasco. What happened with that exactly? Gonna have a quick look at that, and then we'll start wrapping things up. So what exactly happened with the start? It was right at the front. Oh, so we got rear-ended. Quite hard as well. By this team. And I guess they retired after a handful of laps. Yeah, they only got to lap 11, and then something happened. I guess maybe lap 12. You see, this is what I'm talking about a lot. Lap 1 is so important for so many reasons, but it's also can do a number of different things. It can lose you races, it can win you races, it can gain you a ton of positions, or you can lose a ton of positions. Just on the first lap alone. And it's people like this guy that can wreck another driver's race just because they just don't think about what is different about lap 1. Lap 1 is so different compared to any other lap in a race. But look at this, look. All of the top 3 all get into an incident just because of this bit here. Then this guy doesn't anticipate. The guy behind him doesn't anticipate. So, yeah. So this team here doesn't anticipate all of this. At this point, why are they all still trying to go for it? It's like this is something that I know you said on the RPM Discord. I believe maybe even earlier today, Paul. Or somebody else said it. You should never look at this sort of scenario as an opportunity to gain positions. Never. Never ever look at this scenario as an opportunity to gain positions. Your first thought, once you see an incident, is get through it as safe as possible. Like, why on earth? Like, this is just really poor racecraft. Like, so many drivers drive like rookies. Like, it boggles my mind. It really does. Like my personal opinion with the iRacing marshalling area, I've always felt needs to be stricter. It needs to be much stricter. It should not be a case of, did they do it deliberately? They didn't. Okay, well, let them get away with it then. It should not be a case of whether they've done it intentionally or not, or intentional, deliberate, however you want to word it. It should not be a case of that. It should look more like a proper stewarding process, where if somebody can do something largely different, they should be penalised. Like, I actually really like what they're doing next season. For those of you that haven't heard, you can get disqualified from an official race after the race has been completed, irrespective of how many incident points you've had. If you are deemed to have done something that breaks an iRacing rule as it currently stands at the moment, so like intentionally wrecking or blocking or a code of conduct, say for example, you can get disqualified from a race after the race has been completed. It can even be like an additional 24 hours after, and then, you know, a race result could change where a driver has been disqualified because they've taken out somebody else intentionally. Now, I hope that in part it does bring up the iRacing standards to a much better place, because I do feel, and this is why I originally took a break from iRacing, the standards within iRacing, because there's so many more drivers and there's so many more drivers that are willing to race that much harder, it has also brought down the basic standards. And I really do hope that with this new thing that they're bringing in, where they do disqualify a driver for breaking a rule if they deem it necessary, I hope it brings up the standards. Because the next step would be, I feel, that if a driver does something, not intentionally, but still ruins somebody's race, unlike a normal stewarding process in a professional governing body, so like, say for example, Formula 1 or World Endurance Championship Series or IMSA, NASCAR, you name it, I hope that they will start penalising drivers in a bit more of a way than just being able to disqualify them. Maybe give them a time penalty post-race because they have created an incident which could have easily have been avoidable. I really do hope that. Yeah, yellow flag, let's spin it. That is the mindset of the average iRacer, and that needs to stop. Because this wreck here, if somebody decides, I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to gain positions because they just happen to be around, this incident is going to create more incidents. Like, if I go a bit further back, it probably has done, if I'm honest. Like, this is me, right? I was not looking to gain positions, yet I gained 5 spots on the first lap. You can see with my driving, I see this incident here. My first reaction is, just make sure I've got space around me. That's all I'm concerned with. I don't mind losing positions early on, because it's so long. Like, look, car's gone off there. I see a car just up ahead. I can't see around this corner. So I need to give myself as much space as possible, so that way I can see around the corner. Although it's difficult. I now see that car's now spun round. I see everybody's grouped up here. And that is why I've gained 5 positions. 3 of the spots are freebies because drivers are spun round. Them 3 drivers were the top 3 qualifiers. The other 2 were just in this long queue of traffic. I've got lots of space in front of me, so I can just keep on going as long as I'm keeping it safe. These guys have got to go much slower because there's a spinning car, effectively what you would say is in their lane. I've got nothing going on in front of me, so I can actually get round it quicker than them. But look, they're all having to dodge this stopped Porsche while also making sure they can get round the Porsche without making contact with anybody else on their right side. This is why I've managed to gain 5 spots on lap 1, turn 1. Some of it is down to positioning, but also it's just knowing what the scenario is. I never planned to make any positions. I just wanted to get through it. I was just fortunate I got a number of spots. That's all that was. But does it cause any other incidents a bit further back? Because a bit further back, yeah. So it's causing more issues further back. And all this is because sometimes maybe they're just not willing to so like this guy is quite far back, okay. So I don't know why. Maybe he just got a bit of a bad start. Oleg, who's finished P3 by the way, he was quite far back at the start. Because I didn't see him for a while. What happened? Oh, we're just having a look at the first lap of the IMSA Enduro pool. So we've literally just finished it. We have. So we're just looking at the first lap. You know, me ranting, as you know. Look, it's a bit of a laugh sometimes, to be honest, with how bad some drivers are. You know, like this, you're not gonna like this, Paul. Yeah, top 5 pretty much all wrecked it. Like, it was the top 3, like all the top 3, all had a spin on lap 1, turn 1. You know, one of them punted somebody else, and then the third car was just unfortunately in the wrong place. Yeah, you know what iRacing standards are like, Paul. So this is a bit further back. This is about 5 spots back from me. So we see a lot of smoke ahead. This guy actually does quite well. So yeah, that is how you should be handling a yellow flag situation. Like, some of these guys are a little bit more squashed, I would say, because the incident, the last part of the incident is actually on the left-hand side of the track. The incidents are happening on the right side of the track. They're way wide, so they're not in our way. But the little incident that's happening on the left side of the track, yeah, that's in their way. But, bang. So, yeah. Quite interesting, I will say. Quite interesting, I will say. But, yeah, how you doing, by the way, Paul? Hope you're doing okay. Having a good weekend. Well, yeah, like, I'll let you have a look at my POV from the first lap, Paul. This is literally lap 1, turn 1 of a 2-hour, 40-minute race. I'll put it into cockpit. I will. So we're green flag. Lap 1 is just starting now. Avoiding going to the store. So jolt a little bit to the right, because I realise there's lots of space here. And yeah, so 3 freebies and an additional 2 spots gained by 1, being careful, being in the right place. You know, I was neither meaning to take advantage, but all I'm doing is just getting through it like anybody else. But the difference is that I've put myself in a good spot. You know, so as soon as I see the smoke, I can't really see anything as well. That's what you got to bear in mind. I can't see necessarily completely what's going on. I see a car over to the right here, so I think, okay, well, what else is going on? Because there's still smoke here, so I don't know what is going on. Like, but yeah, it's just, it does baffle me sometimes. And the racecraft of a lot of drivers, but you know, we managed to get through this. A couple of incidents in the final hour did put us back a little bit, but a P4 finish right at the end is still a very good result. You know, considering that I've not done a race like this solo before, you know, I still consider myself a very unfit person. You know, but my aim throughout the rest of this year and into next year is to get myself a lot fitter. You know, lose a ton of this weight that I've got at the moment and just try and make myself stronger physically. Because the job that I'm doing that's starting Monday is not going to be the easiest of jobs, but I can make it so much easier for myself by just pushing myself in different directions. Yeah, exactly. Just run it wide, and that's what I did. I saw all this space here because everybody is here, and I use all this space to my advantage. So yeah, so that was very good. Bear with me for just a sec while I have a look and see what I gained. So you know what I should do? Actually, no, that won't work. So let me just close down Race Labs and Group Chief for a moment. And I also need this. You're going to see my stream mobile times for a sec. There we go. And race event. So, obviously we drove this solo. Let's have a look and see where we are. So yeah, there are a lot of drivers that are doing this solo as well, which is nice. So yeah, so we gained 74 iRacing as well, and we gained 0.07 safety rating. So I wasn't really necessarily doing this for the safety rating. It was just for a bit of fun. Yeah, it's because I'm using the exact same team name for what we use for Fuji. That was why. So because obviously it's your livery is on that car for the team. I actually forgot to ask Kari to change it over, to be honest. Plus also I don't think she's been around for the last couple of days, so I know there's a couple of little things that's been going on within the team. So there you get your Twitch stream on branded though, because it's got your Twitch name on the back of it. So yeah, so we gained 74 iRating, which is very positive. So we're now 2489. So we have gained about 100 iRating this week. And while the first two officials of this week haven't been very good, you know, I feel like I could do a lot better, but we still gained iRating despite not having great races, and that is down to damage. Well, the first race was down to me just not being very fast. I needed a little bit more practice, I think, actually, honestly. The second race, damaged quite early on. I was actually damaged lap 1. And I was also damaged lap 1 on my third race of the week. You just noticed that. Yeah, exactly. It has your Twitch name on it, not my YouTube name on the back of it, which I still need to chase Kai with that, by the way. Because there's a couple of small little livery updates I need to do with it. So, yeah, so a third official, which by the way, there is a YouTube video coming out tomorrow at 12 o'clock GMT. That will be my official race of the week. So it's IMSA Daytona, and it was the second race of the day that I did yesterday. So I never realised that I had a damage on the rear wing of my car, and I carry that throughout the entire race. While I don't think it's necessarily disrupted my top end speed that much, it did make the rear end a little bit loose, so I was having to go a bit careful through the bus stop. Which was quite hilarious, honestly. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I think that tells me that I am a bit tired and I should start setting off. So, thank you ever so much for everybody for all your amazing support. First and foremost, I am going to be sorting out a couple of things, by the way, because obviously we're coming towards the end of the month, and November was meant to be a month of testing with YouTube and seeing if streaming was a good idea on YouTube. And honestly, I think it is, if I'm entirely honest. So I think I'm going to keep on going with streaming on YouTube. Obviously that will mean my followage on Twitch is probably going to fall. I don't even know how many followers I've got on Twitch, if I'm entirely honest. I'm actually intrigued. I'm going to go and have a look. Bear with me a second, guys, and I'll have a look. So I believe I had, oh god, I can't even remember how many I had at the beginning of the month, if I'm honest. You know what, that's not even that bad. So I believe I had 425 followers on Twitch at the time of me starting to stream on YouTube. And the idea was that to keep everything all in one place and see if my if everything, you know, still is up to standard. No worries there, Paul. Thank you ever so much for coming in as well there, Paul, as well. Two different Pauls. You know what? This is getting freaking annoying. I'm just... I can't call you Paul 1 and Paul 2, because if I do that, then Paul 2 is going to be like, am I not that important? Like, I could be such an arsehole right now, and like, I don't even mean to be such. But yeah, thank you ever so much to every single one of you for all your amazing support. It really does mean a lot. For everybody that has stuck around throughout the entire stream, Paul, thank you ever so much for subscribing as well. But yeah, thank you ever so much to everybody. Just like Paul has just done, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and have enjoyed the stream, please subscribe to the channel and also like the stream as well. It does mean a lot, and it does help out phenomenally if you can do so. That is a big word. We've been through this already. Don't stop, because Paul Stevenson is an well, I say ex-teammate. He's still technically a teammate of mine, really. And I will always dub him as such, because I've known him that long. Like, he's kind of the reason why I love sim racing as much as I do, to be completely honest. So, it's very difficult putting him second fiddle to anybody else, no matter what their name is. But yeah, thank you ever so much for all your support, guys. It really does mean a lot. So, do not forget, a brand new YouTube video is coming out tomorrow at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So 12 o'clock GMT. And also, just as a little word of warning as well, because I am going to be putting this as a little post tomorrow as well. I might even do it tonight, actually, in fact, sometime after stream. But yeah, I know we're teammates as well. But, you know, like, I've known Paul Stevenson for a number of years now. I have. That's the only reason why. You know, like, he's more than just a teammate of mine. Let's put it that way. You know, he's helped me through some very difficult times. I've done the same for him. So, you know, you can probably technically call us brothers, pretty much, to be honest. You know, we're that close as friends, really. You know. But, yeah, so... just as a little word of warning, my YouTube shorts. The YouTube shorts, obviously, are still going to be 3 times a week. That's not going to change. The days of the week, they are still going to be the same. The only difference is the time that they get released. So the reason being is because I want to be around for when they get released. And with my new job that I'm starting from Monday, I'm not going to be at home when they release at the usual time. Like with the type of job that I'm doing, I'm not even in the county. I'm somewhere else in the country. I am, because I do a decent amount of traveling with this job every day that I'm working. Like, just to get to the area that I need to get to is about an hour and a half drive. It is that I've got to do every day. And obviously it's not so bad coming back, because I'm pretty much working my way right up to the top and then working my way back. That's how I'm doing it. So it does make it easy on that perspective. But the YouTube shorts, so just to remind you, in case you don't know already, they're every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. But instead of them being a 12 o'clock GMT release time, they're instead going to be a 5 o'clock in the evening release time. So starting from this coming week, they're all going to start being released at 5 o'clock in the evening. So 5 hours later than what they have been. But this is done so that way I can be around for when they release, and that way I can actually put it up on my Discord and a couple of other places for those of you that want to view it ASAP. And also typically during the first hour, if you are replying, well, if you're commenting on the short, I typically reply pretty quick, because I'm normally just checking out the analytics, the algorithm, that sort of thing during the first hour, because that is when videos and YouTube shorts, etc., are the most important, because that is when the algorithm sets itself up for the rest of the time that's been going to be on YouTube. So that is that. So new YouTube video coming out tomorrow. A slight change to the YouTube shorts launch times. So just to remind you, same dates, same days of the week. The only difference is just 5 hours later than before. So instead of 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be at 5 o'clock in the evening. So that is just for me to be around. So thank you ever so much, guys, for all being around. It does mean a lot. Hopefully we can try and get some more good racing in. I am planning possibly to do the final RPM GT3 race, but it depends on how I feel with this new job as well. If I feel like I'm very tired at the end of a shift, then I won't do the RPM race at Magny-Cours. I'd like to, but I'm not going to burn myself out and stress myself out, because at the same time, by doing the RPM race, it does mean that as soon as I finish the race, I've got to get straight to bed immediately, and even then I'm actually not going to get the greatest length of time to sleep. So thank you ever so much, guys, for all of you being around. It really does mean a lot. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. Take care of yourselves, and to see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.